The FBI estimates in the United States alone at any given time there are 25 to 50 active serial killers. Now, imagine across the world. Pedro Rodriguez Filho isn't exactly Dexter, but he is a serial killer who killed other criminals, which would make him one of the nicer serial killers. He's responsible for at least 70 murders, 10 of which he committed before he reached the age of 18. When it comes to Pedro, though, being a good guy can actually pay off. Rodriguez targeted victims who, for the most part, weren't just average, everyday people. Described by one analyst as the perfect psychopath, Rodriguez went after other criminals and those who had wronged him. His life started out rough from the moment he came into the world. He was born in 1954 in Minas Gerais, Brazil, with an injured skull as a result of a beating his mother took from his father while she was pregnant. He committed his first kill when he was just 14. The victim was his town's vice mayor. The man had recently fired Rodriguez's father, who was working as a school guard, for allegedly stealing food from school. So Rodriguez shot him in front of City Hall with a shotgun. His second murder wasn't long after. Rodriguez went on to murder another guard who was the supposed real food thief. He fled to the area of Mogi das Cruzes in Sao Paulo, Brazil, and once there, Rodriguez killed a drug dealer and participated in some burglaries as well. He also fell in love. Her name was Maria Aparecida Olympia, and the two lived together until she was killed by gang members. Olympia's death spurred Rodriguez's next crime spree. He tracked down the several people related to her murder, torturing and killing them in his mission to find the gang member who actually took her life. The next notorious murder Pedro Rodriguez Filho committed was also one of vengeance. This time the target was his own father, the same man he committed his first murder on behalf of. Pedro's father had used a machete to kill Rodriguez's mother and was doing time at a local prison. Pedro visited his father in jail, where he killed him by stabbing him 22 times. Then, taking things to a whole other level, Rodriguez proceeded to cut out his father's heart before chewing on it. Pedro was finally arrested on May 24th, 1973. He was placed in a police car with two other criminals, including a rapist. So, you could almost tell what happened, right? When the police opened the car door, they discovered that Rodriguez had killed the rapist. It was the start of a whole new chapter. Being thrown in prison, where he was surrounded by convicts. Well, that was Pedro's bread and butter, right? He killed at least 47 of his fellow inmates, which made up a majority of his murders. It's reported that the convicts Rodriguez killed while incarcerated were ones who he felt deserved retribution. He was interviewed saying that he got a thrill and joy out of killing other criminals. He also said that his favorite method of murder was by stabbing or hacking with blades. Though Pedro was initially sentenced to 128 years in prison, the crimes he committed while he was in jail upped his sentence to 400 years. But by Brazilian law, the maximum prison sentence is 30 years. He served an additional 4 for the murders he carried out in prison. So in 2007, he was released. Pedro Rodriguez Filho is notorious in Brazil, not just for the many people he killed, but for promising the murder of other criminals. And just think, he's out there, right now, completely free.